Hello and welcome to the inaugural Cancer Awareness Cup, and it is an absolutely beautiful day for football. The stadium may be filled, but obviously we know because of certain events you may not be in the stadium today, so we've got the match day chat here. We've got moderators there who are there to answer your questions or just watch you as you support the team, so feel free to drop in there and show your support for the fantastic players out on the pitch today. All the players here are here for an absolutely fantastic cause. You can read more about it in today's match day programme, which is going to be linked with this presentation today. So obviously very, very exciting game today. It is cup final day. There's been plenty of warm-up matches building up to this, and all these players I know are absolutely excited to get onto that pitch and hopefully win a bit of silverware today. All again for a fantastic cause, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. My name is Matt Atkinson and I am your commentator for today's game, and obviously hopefully there's going to be some sparks on the pitch today. So if we're talking about how the team's going to be lining up today, I'm very certain that the teams here want to win. Extra squad lineup today. They're going with a 4-2-3-1, looking to really punch right through the middle of the pitch there and hopefully cause a lot of damage and problems for their opposing team, who are themselves going with a 4-3-3 formation, looking to their wingers to provide width and hopefully come in and cause a lot of problems again for their opposing numbers today. All the players here are excited to go, and the kickoff is ready to go here. Kicked off by Sam Johnston there, who was the second highest scorer in warm-up matches. It's interesting to see how the team develop and how they progress from here. And that's a cut out there by Sprague in the middle of the pitch. Has a bit of a poor pass, and Reeves go forward, and he's brought down by Squires. All the crowd seem to go a bit mad there, but it doesn't look like it's a foul. And Johnston plays the ball out wide to Hurrell, who's had a lovely run, a nice early run, cross in, and that's cleared away by Tom Cass there. Some fantastic defensive awareness. Maybe just a bit of a warning sign there for time about what could be happening later in the game. And now Yanov's looking to push forward from his position. His players seem standing off him, but Reeve gets him a nice challenger. And now they're looking to play on the counter-attack. Santiago Barreto there pushing forward with his signature orange gloves. Sprague manages to get the best of Mullen, and he's now pushing down the right-hand side. Tom Cass linking up nicely with him. Here comes Sprague again, and it's played back to Cass. Cass looking to get past it. That's a nice challenge in there from Mullen to take the ball out on the right-hand side of the pitch. And Cass looking to throw it in quickly, and he sends it to Bartfay, who heads it. Oh, but it's given away. A bit of sloppy possession there, and Extra can relax today. So that's obviously, hopefully Extra, they're looking to dominate that middle of the pitch so far, and they've got some very good players in the form of Mullen and Hurrell down the wings. And here, Mullen are having a nice run. He's gone past one, he's gone past two, he's beaten Tom Cass there, making him look a bit stupid. And here's Mullen, and he holds up the ball nicely and plays it back, waiting for some support coming in. But now they're looking to go through the centre of the park, and that's a ball into Johnston. Johnston tries a half volley, and that's a bit of a forgettable challenge, if I do say so myself. Looking back on that there, he was under pressure from the defenders, I'll give him that, but he could at least try and hit the target. I think the only person really in danger is the person in the crowd who's probably nearest to where that ball's going out. There's Carl Rutherford there, stepping up to take his first goal kick of the match. Rutherford himself has actually not really stepped onto a football pitch before, but for such a fantastic occasion, it looks like he's decided to take a stint between the sticks. And in the warm-up matches, he did actually play rather well, kept a couple of clean sheets, which is very good to see. Very good young man. And that's cleared out by Reese. And now Mullen's back on the side. And now we're playing through the central park end, but Bartfay cuts out very nicely there. Robert Bartfay was the top scorer in the early games, and that's a lovely through ball there. Mooney's looking to chase. He can keep up with Constable, that's the issue, and Mooney does tackle Constable there, sending the ball out for a throw-in deep inside Extra's half. It has been a very good, quick, bright start to the game by both sides here, and Reeve looking to get past his opposing number, and he plays a nice ball in, but that's a punch out by Sanford. Wasn't really going to get anywhere, but Time still have possession. They're looking for another way through. Denton there in control. He's a Reading lad, and I salute him today, going on the pitch, doing his best to represent this amazing cause, and also great choice of football team, I have to say, if I'm not too biased. That's a lovely ball in there, and Santiago goes to header it, but it's headed over Paul, but it's falling straight to Cass, who plays out to Sprague. Barreto is just passing the ball around. It looks like they're too scared. Cass tries a shot there, but it's blocked fantastically by Reese. And that Extra can kind of take the ball back and start playing it around and start to try to alleviate some of the pressure. And for any more match updates or more information about today, then make sure you give us a follow on Facebook at Extra Time Plim. And now here's George Paul coming down the left-hand side, linking up nicely there with Mullen. Paul looking to push forwards a bit further than his defensive position allows, but he is playing as a wing-back, so he is up there. He's screaming for the ball from Mullen, but Mullen keeps going. And now Mullen's coming through, and that's a fantastic block there by Tom Cass. plays it into Constable, and now it looks like Time could be trying to start a counter-attack. Constable bringing the pace through the centre of the park, Reeve with a nice ball back to Constable. Constable looking to take on his man with a couple of step-overs there, instead choosing to go out wide. And now it looks like it might be a chance on for Time. Out, and he's been played offside there. Bird has been played offside. It's just a nice little bit of an offside play there from Extra. They were aware that the ball was probably going to be played back, and just pushed forwards a little bit and squeezed out that offside track there. Mooney's going to take the free kick here, plays it into the centre of the park, and it's collected by Squires, who's unmarked at the moment, and Extra just standing off a bit, using their possession to their advantage, and now Paul's starting another run down the left-hand side, and he stops, waiting, holding up again for the moment. That's a good bit of hold-up play there. His Squires plays it back to Yanov, who's looking for a bit of explosive pace through the middle, and he is going through the middle. He's beaten one player, he's gone around Barreto, he's gone passing into Squires, and that's a fantastic save there from Rutherford. Another save, and Tomcats manages to clear when the ball's all over in the box there. That was a really nice quick move there, started by Yanov for Extra, and if it wasn't for Rutherford, it'd probably be 1-0 there. Extra still looking to consolidate this attack at the moment. It's a nice ball played in, and that's cleared out by Baird, and it's played out again for that's a throw-in to Time. It came off of George Ball's head there, and now here's Barreto playing it to Cass. Cass with a nice ball over the top to Barthay, who can't control it, and it's taken off again by Mullen. Now Squires gives the ball over to Yanov, and Yanov with a big burst of pace, so he's coming right through the middle again. He's looked very dangerous into Squires, and Squires plays it into Johnston, who scores! What a goal there! What a team goal there from Extra Time, coming through the centre of the park there with a fantastic bit of pace from Yanov, and it's 1-0. They've taken that first blow in the final. You know, in final and cup matches, you really want to get that first goal as early as you can, and we've been very lucky today to see that it's come in right in just in the 13th minute. There's a lovely bit of awareness and play there from Squires, who could have easily been taken out by two players, but instead chose to play it around, and Johnston's not going to miss from there. That was a fantastic little bit of play there from Extra, and they've now got that big 1-goal lead. It's going to be interesting to see how Time respond to this. Obviously, as a team who have been looking to use their wingers, they haven't had too many chances down the wing at the moment. They've been forced to play through the centre of the park, so it's going to be interesting to see how both teams go on from this. Will Extra hold back and defend, or are they going to push for a second? We're going to find out here. And Time will need to probably start trying to match that tempo which Extra have had so far in the match, and they're trying to play it through the middle, but it's cut out by Squires immediately. It looks like Extra could be trying to start a counter-attack here. Squires gives the ball to Mooney, and it's back to Squires. And Mooney is just passing the ball around the back of the defence now. They're just trying to slow down the play. They're slowly pushing themselves back in to Extra's at Time's half. And here's Hurrell looking down the right-hand side, looking to cause some issues for his opponents. Can't really get past any players, and Constable makes a nice challenge there. And apparently that was a foul according to the referee. I think it was clean from where I'm sitting, but then again I'm not on the pitch, so I can't really say anything. And it's a free kick within, I think it looks like 33 yards for Extra here. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Is Squires going to go for goal here, or is he going to play it into his players in the box? They've got some good height in the box there. It just depends if he swings it in nicely, then maybe they could double their advantage here within a couple of minutes of scoring their first goal. See, Squires plays it over to the far post, but no one's there, and Rutherford makes an easy catch. And is Rutherford going to distribute it out by playing it, or he's going to kick it out? Plays it out wide here, and that's headed away by Reeve, but he can't control it, and Yanov collects in the middle. And now Yanov's looking to start another bursting bit of pace through the centre there. He's taken on 1-2 players, and Baird luckily manages to catch the ball there and sends it high upfield. And now, again, it's like Extra just using their defence very well there. They're just all playing off of each other, playing out wide and playing it back into the middle. They're drawing out their players, which is they're very confident when in possession. It's nice to see the team playing with that sort of confidence, especially in such a big event as this. And Yanov cutting it out onto the left-hand side, giving it back to Mullen, and Mullen gives it back to the winger. And Yanov's looking to try and push through. Barreto is challenging him, but he gets past him. And Maxwell Bruce with a couple of oversteps there. Doesn't manage to be the player, but gets it back off to one of his teammates. And Squires trying another little through ball to Johnston, but this time it's read excellently by the defence, who are starting to wisen up, I think, a bit to the nice little through balls which Squires is playing to Johnston. Those two have been looking at very nicely so far. And it's currently Extra just camped in that final third in Time's half. And Horrells with a nice run down the right-hand side here. Is he going to play it in? Who knows? And he does, and it's cleared out by Baird. And just a reminder as well, for more updates about today's match and for a bit of behind the scenes, make sure you check out Extra Time Plim on Instagram. And now here's Constable again going up on his Mooney on the left hand side, and Constable's gone past him, plays a nice ball into the centre, but Reese is equal to it and heads it out. And now Mullen looks like he wants to start a counter-attack. He's heading out into a lot of green space on the left-hand side. He plays it back to Poole instead. We're trying to slow it down again to keep that pace at the pace they want it to be. They want to control the game. And there we go, back from the left-hand side straight into the middle. And Squires is pushing forwards here. We've got support in the form of Mullen and Poole on the left-hand side if he wants it. But Mullen's going for it himself. Barretto makes a challenge, but it's easily dodged. Squires plays it back into Mullen. And that's Reece playing a nice through ball to Johnson, and Thompson managed to get a touch in there. That was almost very similar to how they scored their first goal, but luckily the time defence there very, very swift in cutting it out. It's been very entertaining 22 minutes so far of football. I can definitely say that obviously Extra have had a lot more possession and they're enjoying their possession. They're forcing their style of play down the centre of the park. You can see that they're always, even if they're looking to play out wide, they're going to always come back in to the centre. And you can do that when you've got players who like to have a run, who like to come into the centre. And here we've got Harold, who's normally out on the right, but he's playing in from the centre. And Yanov now here, very high up from his normal position, tries to take it past Denton, but Denton gets a fine challenge there, which I think Steve Coppell would be proud of. And then, however, possession is now lost, and it's back in the hands of Harold, who's looking to beat his man, and he does get past his man. Now Mooney versus Constable again. Mooney beats Constable. Nice back heel to Hurrell there. They're just trying to find their way past a defence who aren't really moving. And that was a nice little touch there from Denton. We thought Hurrell was going to try to play the ball through to Mooney, but Mooney was offside, so maybe it's a good thing he didn't do that. And now Time looking to try and get the ball forward as quickly as they can here. It's played to Baird, who plays a lovely ball over the top of the defence down the right-hand side. And Sprague's chasing. He's got Poole over, and he takes Poole out with a nice little touch, but then Poole recovers excellently there and saves, looking a bit red-faced, and clears it out to Mullen, who now plays it back into the centre, into Squires, who links up nicely with Johnston. And Johnston's looking to push forward himself. He plays it into Squires. Squires linking up with Johnston again. Johnston and Cass there reading the through ball excellently and clearing it high upfield, but it's just falling straight into Extra's hands again. Now it's looking like Johnston's going to try and get past his man, and he does get past his man. Nice pass, but it's unfortunately cut out by Thompson there. The defence starting to read where these long balls are. If only both teams could actually play those final balls just a bit better, they'd probably have more chances. It's just looking like the teams are getting better. It's either sloppy passing or the teams are actually reading it very well. But Baird there cutting out another pass, and Tom Cass playing into Sprague, who plays it to Barretto. And now Barretto is looking to create a bit of space, and he switches the play over to the left-hand side back to Denton. And Thompson and Denton link up very nicely there. Denton, a little dink over the left-hand side to Constable, and now they're starting to play down the wings. They're starting to use it. It's a lovely ball through into Baird, but Baird, quite terrible return pass there, which is easily intercepted by Squires. Now Poole and Mullen linking up again on the left-hand side, looking to cause issues. They are starting to push forwards with their blue shirts, are staggering a bit on the way back, and that's a lovely ball over by Squires, but Denton is equal to it, reading it and cutting it out from Hurrell. And he starts playing the ball down the left-hand side. And here they go, here come Time, looking to have a pacey counter-attack, but again, that final pass, that little pass to get them into that final third, it's just not happening for them at the moment. They're just playing a bit sloppily. And here's Squires, who plays it to Hurrell, and that's another poor pass on this side of the pitch, but Hurrell still somehow got the ball, and Squires plays it back to Yanov, who's pushed up again, looking to provide some more support for his team in the centre. He's relatively unchallenged here. The players stand off him, they're a bit too scared. I understand that Baird finally comes in and makes a nice challenge, but can't clear it. Instead it's blocked, and it's back into Yanov's boots. Is Yanov going to go for a shot? He's in with range, and he takes a shot, but that's a lovely little block there from Baird. It was a very crowded penalty box. I don't think it was actually going to get through anyway. But Extra still have the ball, collects a nice little Poole there, and Mullen going on the left hand side, pulls back up to join him, and there's a cross which comes in, it's not into the box, it swings out a bit too far wide, and it's collected nicely by Time. And Barretto is looking to start a fast counter-attack here, down the middle. He plays it to Baird, who does a nice little 1-2 there. Bartfay now in possession, pushing forward, back heel to Barretto, who tries a through ball, but there's just no one on the end of it, and it's easily collected there by Luke Pollard in defence, who's probably doing his local community of Plymouth a very big favour and big service today, and I'm sure everyone is going to be proud of what he's doing and the courts he's supporting today. And it's looking like Extra going to start pushing forwards again. Yanov loves a good run, and he's now running down the left hand side. He's not asking for any support, he's happy to take on his men. And is he going to play? He plays it back here into Poole, who plays it out wide again, and Poole's caught offside there. It's the exact same passage of play which they got caught offside with on the other side of the pitch about 10 minutes ago. And if you do want, again, any more information or about this event or how you could probably get involved, make sure to check out the web link which is just displayed up there to the website for Extra Time. and that's a goal kick which was unfortunately collected immediately by the opposing team, and Janov pushing forwards again, looking forwards, he's causing many problems at the moment, and Johnston's now within range, and it's a nice back to Squires, and that's a relatively easy save there for Rutherford. There wasn't too much distance hit between him and the ball. The ball did have some good power on it, but it just didn't have the direction which is what you kind of want if you're going to beat the keeper from that sort of range. And time is still in possession after being given an advantage, and Barthay is now running out onto the right hand side. Cass is up there to support him, and Barthay's going alone. He tries to line the ball over, but that just falls straight to Maxwell Reese, who collects the ball gratefully and is now playing it around their defence again. Extra just again excellently showing how they're slowing down the play there and just keeping control of the game. And Janov and Squires absolutely bossing that sort of centre circle where no one's coming to get the ball from them. I think that time is looking a bit scared on the back foot here as Hurrell starts running down the right hand side. He's got his options in the middle, but option from Johnston crosses it in, and that's a fantastic save there from Rutherford. Johnston right in front of him manages to get a touch, which would have been a simple tap in, but Rutherford makes a fantastic little save there, seeing the cross really before it comes in. And Rutherford there showing that even though he is relatively new to this game, he's got the instincts which every good keeper needs at this level. And Mullins stepping up to take the corner stake. He has got Hurrell coming in to give him a short option if he wants, but I think Mullins will swing it in, and he swings it in, but it's easily cut out by Thompson at the front post there. And however, Extra have got the ball again. It's just another poor clearance, and they're sort of passing the ball around at the moment. There is a lot of blue shirts around them, but they've still got possession, which is obviously what you want in this area of the pitch. And Mullins in the box, plays it into Reese, and I feel that should have been 2-0 there. Reese very unlucky. It was a fantastic first time hit with a nice pacey ball played on the floor there. I think Rutherford was going to make it, but it swings just right to the right hand side there. That was a very, very nice first time hit though. That's just another warning from Extra towards time. You can obviously see that they're inserting their will and dominance on there. They want that second goal. I've got the feeling at the moment if Extra get that second goal to go along with their first, then it might be very hard for time to do anything. But time looking to create at the moment with Barthay holding the ball up in the centre. Nice ball into Ruby, who looks to play it out wide, and Constable takes on Mooney, and Mooney this time gets the better of Constable. Those two have had a really good battle on either side of the pitch so far this match, and it's looking like it's going to stay that way for the rest of the game, which is hopefully going to be a bit more entertaining as well. And Squire's looking to send it out wide to Paul, who, although he's playing defence, he's playing a very nice bit of wing play as well as a defender. He's been up there and he's been a constant source of support for Squires on Mullen, who are always looking to push forwards. And Squires now with a lovely through ball over onto the right-hand side into Turrell, who plays out to the far post, and Cass denying what would have been a free header there, and is out for a corner. Here we are, 41 minutes gone, and we'll just have another look there at the save by Rutherford. That could very easily be a nice tap in and an easy second goal there, but Extra who's denied it. And is Mullen going to play it short again, or is he going to play it out? I'd say play it out further, and he does play it out further to the side of the box, and Reese gets a touch, plays it to Hurrell, and now Extra camps just on the outside of the box, so they're passing it around, trying to create an avenue for them to create something. And Janov with the ball there, playing it out to Hurrell, and Squires plays a lovely forward to Johnston, and that's a fantastic bit of double saves there from Rutherford there, in between the sticks. Johnston pretty much had free reign. He's passed 2-3 defenders there, and Rutherford very good with the first save, putting onto the post, and I think that's his shin pad which actually got the final touch there for the second save. But it doesn't matter how you make it as long as the ball is not in the back of the net by the end of it. But it's now another corner here. Extra really putting on the pressure before half time. They're hoping to maybe double their lead, and Mullen plays the ball in, and that's headed out brilliantly by Cass. However, it's just fallen again straight away to another Extra player, and Extra look to come straight back into the centre and start another attack. And Mullen tries a through ball to Johnston, but Denton is equal to it and cuts it out there. And now time looking to maybe create something on the left hand side here with their wing play. And here's Constable, who plays a lovely through ball there to Barthay. Barthay going up against Pollard, and Pollard forcing it out to the side, but Barthay holds it up and plays it back nicely to Denton, who's come up to support him. And Constable and Denton linking up there. Again, trying to get it into the centre now, which is very busy. And Reevy with a very nice long-range shot there. Sanford not having to do too much so far this game. He was equal to it. He was on his toes there. I think if there was a bit more curve on that shot, then maybe it might have been a good goal. And here's another reminder for game updates as well, and all the great calls we're working towards today. And check out Facebook at Extra Time. Now Janev's looking to have a nice run here down the right hand side. He's completely taking the ball with him, and he plays a nice little back heel to Hurrell. Hurrell with another back heel, extra showing on the class a little bit here. But that was class can't be a simple offside track there. No matter how many back heels you do, you're not going to go past the back line, who are all defending very well. And Hurrell caught out again there on the right hand side. At least time is starting to push up just a little bit more. Maybe there's we've got about a minute left of added time here. That's an opportunity to get forward, and Hurrell can't get the ball. The Constable's hounding him, but Hurrell manages to collect the ball this time and plays it out. Well, he plays it very high upfield. Looking, obviously, I think both teams now just waiting for a half-time whistle, maybe to come back and just reconsolidate what's happened and figure out, because time aren't out of the game yet, which is very good for them, obviously, especially in the cup final. But they need to start playing that wing a bit more. And there we go. It's half-time here. It's been a very entertaining half full of attacking football, and as it stands, extra going with that all-important 1-goal lead thanks to Sam Johnston, who's had 6 attempts so far this half, which just shows how much extra have been dominating this play so far in the game. Come join us after the break.
In the UK, most of us are going to know a man, or we're going to be a man, that has a form of male prostate, penile or testicular cancer, and that's why we need to do something about it. I'm launching Extra Time through the hashtag Kits for Bits campaign so that we can start to do something about it, together, as a team. Once you've taken a picture of yourself wearing your favourite football kit, I want you to post it to Instagram or Facebook, tag the Extra Time Plymouth page, and hashtag it, hashtag Kits for Bits, so that we can start to get word out about this event and about male health in Plymouth.
Johnson tries a half volley, and that's a bit of a forgettable challenge, if I do say so myself. And Squires plays it into Johnston, who scores! What a goal there! What a team goal there from extra time. but Rutherford makes a fantastic little save there, seeing the cross really before it comes in. And Rutherford there showing that even though he is relatively new to this game, he's got the instincts which every good keeper needs at this level. Reese very unlucky. It was a fantastic first time hit with a nice pacey ball played on the floor there. And both teams are back out on the pitch here after half-time. It's going to be very interesting to see how they start the second half. I'd say Time need to really start playing a bit more aggressively here if they want that equaliser, because at the moment, Extra bossing the game. And that's a poor ball through the centre there. And they've immediately lost possession, which is one thing you don't want to do if you've started the game with your possession. And now it's looking like Extra are going to just play a little bit. They're going to start playing from the back again. And Yanov with a big burst of pace there through the centre. Nice ball out to Mullen on the wings there. Yanov coming through the middle again. Squires in possession, looking for that final ball. And Yanov there playing it into Johnston, who has a shot, and it's 2-0 already. A minute into our second half here. And Extra have done what Time really wouldn't have wanted, which is they've doubled their lead. And that really could signal possibly already a game over here for Time if they don't get a foothold in here. That's a lovely strike there from Johnston. The defenders just kind of stood off him a bit. There's a lovely bit of play from Squires again. Squires assisting Johnston there. And you can see, I think, Time's players' heads are starting to drop a little bit now, but they're still in it. It's not 3-0, it's 2-0. And of course we've seen bigger miracles as well happen in football, but they've now got a second half, and they've got 2 goals to chase now instead of the one which they did have when they kicked off literally about a minute ago. So it's going to be interesting to see how Time continue from this. Obviously, the most important thing to do is after you concede, you don't want to get too panicky and give away possession immediately. And Time looking to hold it in their defence at the moment, and they're actually pushing into Extra's half now through Reevy and Constable. They're coming down on the right-hand side, and Constable looking to play it into Reevy, who plays it, and that's another poor pass though, and Squires is equal to it. And Hurrell is trying to switch the play out here, and Tom Castle reads it brilliantly there, and prevents Mullen from coming down on the left-hand side. I will say I've been very impressed so far with the wing play by Extra, considering the fact that their team looked like they were going to be sinking more into central midfield. Their wingers have been doing very well coming into central midfield and supporting those players there. And here's Yanov coming up again through the centre and he's pushing out wide this time. Plays a lovely through ball there to Hurrell. And here's Hurrell, can he beat his man in? But Hurrell does go past Denton there. He's coming in really close to Rutherford. There's going to be a shot. He tries a shot. Rutherford touches it onto the post and it's headed away there by Denton. That was another chance. It was a very awkward angle for Hurrell, but it was another chance for Extra there, and Time looking like they are in a bit of danger, but they are breaking very quickly here. Bartfay playing out wide there to Bartfay with the ball, and then Barreto plays it to Cass. I don't know why he's played it there. Why they could just no one takes a shot there. 3 players could have had a shot, and instead it's just blocked out. And they are still in possession though, which is obviously what you want if you're trying to push that equaliser. They are pushing a bit higher up the pitch now. Time trying to get that all important goal which could get them back into the game, and a bit of interplay there between Baird and Barreto in the centre. Cass is up there to support down the right hand side. Sprague's along with him. Baird there with a nice back heel to Sprague, who plays a subtle little chip, but Bartfay can't control it, but manages to keep his hand on the ball there. And his Baird playing it to Barreto, who's tackled nicely by Reese there. And it looks like Extra have a chance to break in the form of Squires. Squires there, he's got a couple of orange shirts with him, but blue shirts are getting back quicker than orange shirts are appearing. They still have a ball though. Johnston plays it back to Yanov. Yanov with a bit of explosive pace through the centre again. Here he comes, playing the ball through to Squires. Johnston tries a little tap on, and that's a lovely one into Mullen there. Mullen plays it into Squires again. Mullen looking to get past Cass, but Cass this time is a bit more stubborn than some of the other defenders and clears the ball out for a throw-in. And it's looking like we're going to be making our first substitution of the game. Maxwell Reese there coming off to be replaced by Jake Moa for extra time, and it's looking very much like Extra want to consolidate that 2-0 lead now. They want to play more defensively. They're getting a fresh defender on there to replace Reese. However, this defender of Moet, he's up really early and he's tackled by Barreto. But that's apparently another foul in the eyes of the referee. Again, can't see what the referee's seeing, so I can't really complain. But it's a free kick in another dangerous position. This is a lot closer than Extra's earlier free kick, and you can tell they're looking to maybe convert from it because Johnston's standing over it this time. He's already got 2 goals to his name. Is he looking for a hat trick? This is very much within his range there. You can see the defenders in the wall looking very worried. Cass, however, doesn't look worried at all. He looks probably the most calm out of all of them there. And I think Johnston's called Yanovin. Looks like they're trying a little, this is something straight from training ground. Yanov plays it into Hurrell, who tries a long shot, and that's very close to going into the top corner there, but I think a player did get a deflection in there. Let's just check the replay there. And yep, Reeve there sliding right in front of the ball and getting a nice block in, which almost sends it under the crossbar into the top corner. But it's out now for a corner for Mullen. And again, if you want to see what extra time they've been up to so far of a fantastic event they've been planning, then make sure you follow their Instagram, Extra Time Plym. And sorry, we just missed there a fantastic header from Johnston there, who rose up above all of his markers, and that could have easily been his 3rd of the game and a 3rd for Extra, but it goes just a little bit wide there. Extra just keep on knocking on the door here. They're pretty much they're seeing out the game in their own terms at the moment, and it's looking like Time can't really do their own thing. They can't get into it, and even then the goal kicks are finding their way back into orange kits almost immediately. And Mullen there sending the ball straight into the centre, and Yanov looking to push forwards, and this time he's got Moet coming up with him as well. For central defensive midfielders, they are playing very, very attack-minded here. Moet just come up to support with a nice little back pass there, and he plays out wide to Hurrell. Hurrell trying to get past Constable, but Constable's stronger, and now Constable's looking to start a counter-attack. Reeve plays it back to him. Nice little 1-2 there, and Constable's breaking down the left-hand side, but holds up so he can get some help in the form of Denton, and now Time calming it down a bit and just trying to keep it playing between their defenders. Thompson playing out to Denton, and then Denton swiftly playing up, and unfortunately they've lost the ball, and now it looks like Extra coming in with another counter-attack, sweeping through the centre there. Johnston holding up and playing it back to Squires, and Mowett's joined now up in the middle of the park, giving some support to his players there. And here's Squires with another tap onto Johnston, but Reeve this time gets a nice tackle in on Johnston and prevents what could have been another chance. And Barreto with a lovely ball through the centre of the park there. Reeve still in possession. Lovely ball there to Barthay. Baird tries a through ball, I think, out on the wing. The Constable was offside, but the ball never makes it to him, so that's not an issue for the 4th official. And Extra now just calming it down a bit. There was a very quick break there from Time, which is where they look the most dangerous, especially their formation, their 4-3-3. They want to play fast down the wings, and they did play very fast there. Just very unlucky that final ball wasn't there. Could have easily been 2-1 for them. And now Moet pushing forwards here again, coming to the outside of the box. What's he going to try? He can't get past anyone yet. Plays it to Mullen. Moet back to Mullen. Mullen tries a shot, but that's very weak under pressure there. With a bit of pressure from Santiago Barreto, and it falls gratefully into the hands of Rutherford. And Barthay beats his man to a header, but it falls immediately to Squires. And Squires goes in a little tussle there with Baird, and Baird comes out with a ball, but Moet instead nearly wins the ball back, but it's back in Time's hands. But that's a terrible pass out to Mullen there, and now Extra looking to push forward. Moet with some great pace through the centre here, plays it into Squires, and that's deflected beautifully by Thompson, stopping what would have been an almost shot on target, maybe even a goal. But unfortunately it just doesn't get through the defence there, who are equal to it. But Extra still in possession here, still keeping that high pressing play up. And Yanov is challenged by Reeve here, and Reeve plays it out straight to Barthay, who's looking to start a counter-attack. And there we are, Baird plays a lovely ball down the right-hand side. This is a nice bit of counter-attack here coming through. Sprague's looking, he's got men in the centre if he wants, he crosses it in, and Constable heads it in, and that's 2-1. That was a very, very slick counter-attack. I'll give them that. Time. They're showing exactly what they can do when we are given the chance to. When we got given the chance and the space to come down the right hand side. There was a beautiful ball from Baird over to Constable. Well, not Constable. Constable with a lovely header there. Baird out to Sprague on the right hand side, and Sprague just playing a lovely, beautiful way to cross there. And Constable. That's such a powerful header right into the bottom corner. Sanford does get his hands on it, but when they're struck with that sort of power, there's no way on earth he's going to be able to stop that. And because of that, Constable has now given Time that all-important lifeline. They've still got a significant part of the match left, nearly 25-35 minutes. They could easily get back into this if they have another chance. What Extra need to do now is just be a bit more careful in possession. You know, don't panic now that you conceded, just hold down, you're still winning. And Reese does the exact opposite there and gives the ball away immediately. Nice interception from Bartfay. And now Timer looking to push forwards immediately. And Constable coming down on the left-hand side, taking Mooney for a little run there. But Mooney comes back in and makes a challenge, but it's still in Time's possession. Baird looking to play forwards here. He takes on a couple of players. That's an attempted cross, which is blocked by Luke Pollard, and that goes into the hands of Brad Sanford. But now Time have got possession again. They're playing pressing. They're starting to play the brand of football which Extra have been playing against them. Nice little bit of skill there to get the ball out to Constable. Constable screaming for the ball from Denston, but it's blocked there by Mooney. And now they're looking to start a counter-attack through Mooney on the right-hand side. Hurrell there running through. That's a lovely sliding challenge there from Denton, which does remind me of seeing some of the greatest Reading defenders in their prime there, if I do say so myself. Lovely clean sliding challenge there, taking the ball out. And again, if you want to check out any of the facts or stats and meet some of the players, figure out what the cause is today for today's event, then please check out Extra Time's website, which is just linked in the caption above. And here's Moet cutting through the centre of the park here with Squires, now looking to play out wide, and Moet does play out a ball which is unfortunately offside. Hurrell caught offside again. It looks like Hurrell's man in the form of Denton is really marshalling him well and forcing him to play offside, which is a very good bit of play there. We're going to see what's going to happen from this free kick. Denton plays it into the centre of the park. Bartfay again with a poor bit of control, if I'm going to be honest. Every ball which has fallen to him from either a goal kick or a free kick has kind of been poorly controlled. It's got to him, but he's dropped it immediately to another player. And that's maybe pressure from the players around him. You know, Yanov's looking to cut through the centre again. He's causing problems. He's taking his player for a walk here. Yanov cutting out to the right hand side. Nice little ball out to Mooney. And Hurrell tries a cross, but it's blocked, but it falls back to him anyway. And here's Hurrell cutting on the inside. That's a lovely shot. Oh! That's a lovely dipping little shot there from Hurrell. Nice little, he got some nice curl on it as well. Rutherford looked like he was making it there, but that was a very nicely struck shot. Maybe Rutherford wasn't going to make it. It looked like it was heading straight into the top corner. It's just another warning sign there. Extra need to start being a bit more clinical though. If they're worrying about this one goal lead they've got, they need to be a bit more clinical in those final parts. But again, he's forced to take the shot from outside the box because of the sheer amount of defenders who are trying to get their bodies in the way, which is credit I'll give to Time, as their defenders are trying to get their blocks in as much as they can. But that's a poor goal kick which Moet intercepts there, and now he looks to start getting an attack down the left hand side, and they cut through the middle here. Squires plays out to Johnston playing it back, waiting for his players to come up and support him, and Yanov could have played the ball out wide there, but Mooney's run wasn't timed properly. Yanov tries to pass it through Thompson, but Thompson manages to block the ball and gets out, but it falls straight back to Moet. And now Squires is looking for a little run. He tries a shot there, nearly blocked. Moet plays it to Johnston, and Johnston then again in the same position as he was when he scored his first goal. This time Rutherford getting his hand on the ball. Probably that shot was a bit weaker than the others Rutherford has had to deal with today, but still, that was another warning sign there. Johnston really searching for his hat-trick as well in this match. He's feeling good at the moment, he's looking good as well, so I wouldn't blame him for going for that hat-trick. And now Santiago Barreto plays a nice ball over on the right-hand side, that's intercepted out on the right-hand side. And now Extra starting a very quick attack here along the left. Paul supporting Mullen there. Mullen looking for help, and he gets it. And Paul's now running down the left-hand side. Barreto's not going in for a challenge, he's just watching his man, maybe seeing what's going to try. And that's a crossing from Squires, and Johnston. Oh my word! That was a fantastic half volley there from Yanov from a failed clearance. He's striking the post there. Rutherford was nowhere near it there. And that was a beautiful strike from Yanov, and it should have been 3-1 there. That was a very nice strike, the post-saving time there from what could have been an even stickier situation. Yanov plays the ball to Johnston, who's screaming for it, plays to Hurrell. Hurrell caught offside again. He's not having a good time on that right-hand side. But now it looks like Time are going to be making their first substitution of the game. And this is one which I think is quite long overdue. Robert Bartfay is coming off now to be replaced by Ollie Barrett. I think the message here is very clear from the manager. They want to get a fresh striker on. They're going to start playing more aggressive. They want to get that fresh pair of legs up there, bit of pace, bit of aggression up there as well. And that comes in the form of Ollie Barrett. So we're going to see how that transpires. If he can get the ball, that's the question, because at the moment Extra is still dominating their play here. We've got 77 minutes gone, and Extra is still playing deep in Time's half. They're not looking like they want to take any chances. They don't want to lose the ball here. They don't want to lose their lead either. They're keeping control of the ball. They're just running around, passing around in front of the defence, holding it up. The defence is just standing off them at the moment. And Mowat and Squires playing some nice balls between each other there. Mullen tries a through ball to Johnston, but Cass is equal to it, sees it coming, and plays up here to Barrett. And Barrett's coming in for his first touch of the game. And he's clashed here with Reese, and Barrett and Reese struggling forward. Barrett breaks past Reese here down the right-hand side, and he's got no one up with him though. His team are very slow to support him, and Reese recovers very well there and sends it out for a corner. We're 79 minutes in here, and time we've got one of the first corners of the game, and it's looking like will they be able to make a opportunity from this? They haven't had many chances, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do here, if they're going to swing it into the box or going to play it short. Barreto here taking the corner. He's adept from really either side. He's got a nice little cross on him as well, raising his hand there, waiting for a signal from his teammates, and we'll see where he sends it. He sends it in, and that's cleared away. Quite a poor corner away from the front post, but time still have their chance here. They're trying to pass it around. Constable looking like he was offside, but he's still onside. Pollard blocking Baird there, and Barreto playing the ball to Denton. That was a very, very close shot there. Sanford easily collecting it though, as Denton having to hit it really on the half turn there and not really getting the power he wanted on it, and kind of squandering their potential equaliser there. But they've still got the ball, and Barrett trying his first shot of the game. That's deflected by Pollard and then cleared upfield by Mullen. And falls to Sprague, and now Time are looking to really push up. They're playing some high pressing there. Barrett with a nice tap on to Reeve there. Reeve tries a chip over to two players, but I don't see why he did that there. These two players were in between defenders, and there's no way the ball was falling there. And it looks like it's going to be the second final substitution of the match for Extra here. Squires, who's had a fantastic game in the centre of the park, he's coming off here to be replaced by... looking at it's Alex Smith there. They're looking to put another attacking midfielder there to try and I did notice that in the centre of the park, Extra had been dominating it obviously early in the match, but now they've lost a bit of pace, lost a bit of energy, so they're trying to revitalise that in the form of Smith, who sends it out to Mullen there, and Smith, nice ball to Johnston, and that's a nice little bit of play there from that trio there, and they played it out to the left hand side. And Paul plays it back into the centre. Johnston dropping a bit from where he would normally be. Smith instead now looking for help, and it's coming in the form of Yanov. And Yanov pushing forwards again, as he's been doing all game here. He's got options around him if he wants them. And Mullen plays the ball through, but it's blocked unfortunately by Denton at the right back there. And Cass now in possession, and Baird back to Cass. That's a lovely ball out. He switched to play out to the left hand side there to Constable, and the time here, they're running out of time. They've got about 5 minutes to see if they can do that, plus added time to see if they can get back into the game. But currently they're being forced back into their own half. They've still got possession, but there you go. They are just under so much pressure there from Johnston, who's hounding the defenders. But they're slowly starting to play it back into their opponent's half. And Cass and Baird just looking for that option on the side, and it's found by Denton. Barreto playing it out there to Sprague, who plays it back. And Barreto there trying to get a link up with Sprague again, but it's cut out by George Paul. And now Extra can consolidate their possession. They're looking to hold on now. They haven't got much time left, and I think they know if they hold on to the ball, they're probably going to win it now. Looking at time, unless time suddenly come back on the break or start playing a bit more aggressive. It's looking like it might be a bit too little too late, but really there with a fantastic interception. But instead of playing forwards, they play it back. They really want to be looking for that equaliser now. They've got to start playing forwards, they've got to start playing a bit more aggressively. Pick out your head up. Tom Casser excellently showing the mind and ambition there, playing a lovely through ball to Denton, who unfortunately manages to miscontrol it, and Paul there cuts it out. That there is exactly what Time are looking at. It's what's been working for them so far, is long balls down the wings where their wingers are. They need to start doing more of those balls if there's any chance of them getting back into this game. But Hurrell now leading the attack, cutting into the inside here. He's having a nice solo run by himself. No players picking him up. He's coming close into the box. He's going to try a shot now. He does try a shot, and that's very close to going in through onto the bottom left corner there. Rutherford forced to make a diving save there, and touching it out for another Extra corner there. That could have been another good goal there. A lovely, beautiful run there from Hurrell, who's caused problems for his opponents all game. And Mullen takes a short corner to Hurrell there, who has a couple of step overs there, trying to get Vesper's man, and he's getting handled by Denton. He crosses it in, but then Baird manages to head it out, and Mooney gives it into Smith. Smith in the box. Don't know what he's trying there. It looked like he was trying to send a through ball to Johnston, even though that was no chance that I was ever going to get to him. And it's cleared out by Baird. It's a throw in here, and it's been announced it's 4 minutes here of added time. That's ample time here, with time actually able to get the ball, and they do get the ball here from the phone. Now Baird plays it into Barreto, who's looking to get it further up the pitch here. Barreto starts a nice solo run here. He's pushing up with his team. They're all trying to push forward. They want that final goal. They want to get that equaliser. So they want to get this cut. They want it so bad. And just Cass with a beautiful ball over the top there. Constable chasing with it. And I think that was an attempted cross there, which Hurrell manages to get a block on. And it looks like it's another late corner here. This could be Time's last proper chance of the match. So they don't want to waste it here. Barreto taking his time to tee it up. He's looking exactly where he wants to put this. The ball swings very nicely when he plays it in. So hopefully it won't go off the first man defending here. And Barreto plays it in, and it's gone off the first one. Reeve brought down in the penalty box there. There's calls all over the ground for what should be a penalty, but the referee doesn't give it. I think it was a bit too soft anyway. I don't think there was much contact on Reeve. But it doesn't matter because Extra now in possession and looking to create from the counter. Moat coming through the centre here, linking up with Smith nicely. Mullen cutting into the centre again when he's played it back to Yanev, who's come up to support. And looks like Extra trying to keep the ball, but he lost the ball here. And there was an option for Constable to bring the attack forwards. And Denton here, they're playing it back to Tom Cass. Cass tries to play it through the centre of the park, but that ball's not high or far enough, and Yanev makes a nice little cut out here. There's only a minute left here, and Extra still have a ball, and they're cutting forward to try and cut straight into Time, pushing them back further up the pitch. And it's looking like Yanev really here wants to get it out to the right hand side, and he does. And Moet here with a nice little play to Smith. Smith coming in, he's completely unchallenged here. Is he going to cross it? He plays it into Mullen, who tries a shot, and that's another save from Rutherford here. And we're now into the 4th minute of added time. Rutherford forced to make another save to keep it from becoming 3-1. And Extra have a corner here. Even if they don't score or convert from this corner, it's looking like this could be game over. Unfortunately for Time, and unless referee is going to be very generous with his time. Time may not even have time to counter-attack from this attack. And here's Mullen with a ball in that's headed up by Thompson, and it falls to Reese, who passes it to Smith, and that's it. It's full time here, and today we have crowned the first ever winners of the inaugural Cancer Awareness Cup, and it is come down to a 2-1 victory here for Extra. 2 goals there from Johnston. Time looking like they could have come back there late in the second half, but it turns out it just wasn't enough for them. It's been an absolutely fantastic game to watch over here, and it's been fantastic cause as well. It's been great. All the support as well from all the fans, from you here in the chat today. Thank you very much for coming along and spending your time here watching a lovely event come to pass. My name's been Matt Atkinson, and get home, stay safe, and thank you very much for joining us this evening.